Archangel Michael says that your mother who is in heaven has sent this message through Michael. She has been trying to reach you for hours. This is what she wanted to tell you. Open it immediately. Don't skip this. Your mother's voice has been echoing through the halls of heaven, calling for you again and again. She has been standing beside Archangel Michael, her hands folded, her eyes glistening with a love that no distance, no realm, and no passing of time could ever erase. She has been trying to reach you for hours, and Michael says the moment has finally come for you to hear what she has been desperate to tell you. She says she has been watching over you every single day, even when you thought you were alone, even when your tears fell into the darkness of the night and no one seemed to notice. She noticed. She says she felt every ache of your heart, every silent cry, every moment when you longed for her comfort. And now, through Michael, she is sending you this message as a seal of her presence. She says, "My child, I have never left you, not for one breath, not for one heartbeat." Next. She wants you to know that the heaviness you've been carrying was never meant to be yours alone. She says you have been stronger than you realize, but you no longer need to bear it in silence. She has been interceding for you in heaven's courts, speaking your name before God Himself, asking for peace to flood your soul and blessings to overflow your path. She says she sees the changes coming, the answers you've been waiting for, the breakthroughs you've been praying for, and she smiles because she knows they are closer than you think. Don't scroll past this. She also says that the dreams you have been holding deep in your heart, the ones you haven't told anyone about, are known in heaven. She has whispered them to God in her prayers for you. She says you must not give up on them, because she sees doors opening, people coming into your life who will help you, and moments arriving that will prove to you that heaven has been listening all along. Next. Michael says your mother is placing a covering over you right now, a protection that no evil can pierce, a light that no darkness can swallow. She says, when you feel the warmth around you in a quiet moment, know that it's me holding you in the way I always used to. When you hear a song that reminds you of us, know it's my way of telling you I'm near. When you feel an unexpected peace in the middle of chaos, know it's my prayer being answered for you. Don't skip this. She says to remember her not with sadness but with the same love she poured into your life. She says she is proud of the way you've kept going, proud of the way you've chosen kindness even when life was unkind to you, proud of the way you've kept your faith when it would have been easier to let it go. She says you are the best part of her heart, and nothing in heaven or earth could ever change that. Next. Michael is asking you to take this message seriously, because this is not just a comfort, it's a reminder that heaven's eyes are always on you. Your mother's love is a bridge that connects you to the eternal, and today she is making sure you know it without a doubt. She says, live fully, my child. Laugh loudly. Love deeply. And know that every step you take, I am walking it with you. Don't skip this. Your mother says there are things she could only tell you now, things that time on earth did not allow her to express, but heaven has given her this moment through Michael so her words can touch your heart the way they were always meant to. She says she remembers every little detail of your life, the sound of your laughter, the way you looked at her when you needed comfort, the moments you tried to hide your pain but she still saw it. She says she carries those memories like treasures, and she wants you to know that nothing has been lost, because in heaven every beautiful moment is kept safe forever. Next. Michael says your mother has been speaking your name before God again and again, not as a request made once, but as a constant melody in heaven's courts. She says she has been asking for doors to open for you that you could not open for yourself, for answers to be delivered before you even knew you needed them, for burdens to be lifted before they could break your spirit. She says that right now, heaven is aligning things for you that will make sense later, but you must trust the unseen work happening in your favor. Don't scroll past this. She says she knows about the nights you felt unseen and unheard, the moments you felt like no one understood the depth of your pain. She says she was there, even when you couldn't feel her. She says every tear you shed was gathered, none of them wasted, because in heaven they become prayers that reach the throne of God. And she says those prayers have been answered in ways you cannot yet imagine. Next. Michael says your mother is asking you to release the guilt you've been carrying, guilt for not being able to do more, guilt for not saying enough, guilt for the time you wish you had back. She says, my child, you gave me more love than I could have ever hoped for. You were enough. You always were. And I carry no regrets, only gratitude that I was blessed to be your mother. She says you must stop punishing yourself for things that were never in your control and start walking in the freedom she sees written over your life. Don't skip this. She says there is a season ahead where you will see reminders of her everywhere, in a scent, in a sound, in a word someone says unexpectedly, and in each of those moments, she wants you to take a deep breath and remember that she is closer than the air around you. She says she will never stop sending you signs until you believe without doubt that you are loved, covered, and never alone. Next. Michael says your mother has been keeping watch over not just you, but the people you love. She says she has asked for healing to enter your home, for peace to settle in every corner, and for blessings to come in ways that surprise you. She says that when something unexpectedly good happens, even in a small way, it is her smile breaking through the clouds. She says she wants you to live knowing that heaven is actively involved in your story. Don't scroll past this. She says her final words for now are these: I am proud of you beyond measure. You have endured storms that would have broken others, yet you still stand. You have loved even after loss, and that love is your greatest strength. Carry me in your heart, but never let grief steal your joy. My love for you is endless, and in that love, you are safe forever. Next. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother has been pacing the halls of heaven, searching for the perfect moment when your heart would be still enough to hear her. She says you have been distracted, pulled in many directions, and carrying more weight than you admit to anyone. She says she has been waiting for a pause in your soul, a small, quiet opening where her words could pour in like warm light on a cold day. She says, my child, you have been holding your breath for too long. Exhale now. You are safe. You are not alone. She says the heaviness you feel is not a sign of weakness but proof of how deeply you care, and heaven sees the beauty in that. Next. Michael says your mother remembers the exact day you lost your laughter for a while. She says she saw the moment when joy slipped quietly out of your eyes and how you kept smiling for others even when your own heart was aching. She says she could not reach you then in the way she longed to, but now heaven has given her this space to tell you that your joy is not gone, it has only been buried under the noise of life, and she is here to help you uncover it. She says you will laugh again, fully, freely, without the shadow of sorrow clinging to the sound. Don't scroll past this. She says she has been watching over your relationships, the ones that lift you and the ones that have drained you. She says she has been whispering warnings in your spirit about people whose intentions are not pure, and she says when you feel that small inner nudge to step back, it is her guiding you. She says she is also sending you helpers, people you can trust, who will speak life into you, who will remind you of who you are when you forget. She says heaven has already prepared them to enter your path, and when they do, you will feel the peace of her approval in your spirit. Next. Michael says your mother has been speaking to God about your dreams, the ones you've quietly set aside because life felt too heavy, the ones you buried under maybe someday. She says she has been asking God to breathe new courage into you, to remind you that it's not too late, that you haven't missed your moment, and that what was meant for you will wait until you are ready to step into it. She says the plans over your life are still active in heaven's books, and she is making sure they will unfold beautifully. Don't skip this. She says she wants you to know she is proud not just of what you've done but of who you are, the way you've kept loving, the way you've kept giving, the way you've refused to let bitterness harden your heart. She says heaven takes note of every act of kindness you've done quietly, without recognition, and those acts are becoming blessings that will return to you multiplied. She says that is one of the reasons your next season will be filled with unexpected goodness, because you have been sowing love all along, and the harvest is now ready. Next. She says she will keep sending you small signs, maybe a song you haven't heard in years suddenly playing, maybe a stranger saying words only she would say, maybe a scent in the air that pulls you back to a memory you thought you had forgotten. She says those are not accidents. They are her hand on your shoulder, her whisper in your ear, her way of saying, I'm right here. I never left you. She says to notice them, thank God for them, and let them remind you that heaven is closer than you think. Don't scroll past this. She says her last words for now are this: my love for you has no ending, no pause, no boundary. You are my greatest gift, my greatest joy, my greatest pride. Live your life fully, laugh without fear, love without holding back, because that's how I live now in heaven, and I want the same for you. She says when you do this, you are honoring her in the most beautiful way. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother has been sitting beside you in spirit during the nights you thought no one could see your tears. She says she felt every silent cry, every pillow you held close, every deep breath you took trying to convince yourself you were fine. She says, I was there, brushing my hand across your cheek, hoping you would feel it in the quiet. She says the reason you sometimes wake with a strange peace after a long night of sadness is because she was near, covering you with the warmth of heaven's comfort. Next. She says there is something she has been carrying in her heart for you, a reminder that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. She says there are moments from the past that still cling to you like shadows, and while she knows how deeply they hurt, she wants you to understand that releasing them will free you. She says, my child, you are not defined by the worst days of your life. You are defined by the way you rise, again and again, even when you feel you have no strength left. She says heaven is proud of the way you keep moving forward. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother has seen the way you've been doubting yourself lately. She says you've been questioning whether you're enough. Enough for your dreams, enough for the people you love, enough for the life you hope for. She says she needs you to know that heaven sees you as more than enough, exactly as you are. She says, you were created with purpose, wrapped in light, and no mistake you've made can take away the beauty of who you are. Next. She says she has been trying to send you opportunities, and some of them have already appeared in your life, but you hesitated because fear disguised itself as wisdom. She says, don't let fear dress itself up as logic. If your heart leaps when you think of it, that's my way of telling you it's safe to step forward. She says the next chance that feels right in your spirit, take it, even if it scares you, because heaven will meet you on the other side of that leap. Don't skip this. She says you have been praying for a sign, and she wants you to know this message is one of them. She says when you see certain things over the next few days. A white feather, a song that feels like it was written for you, or a warm breeze on a still day, you will know she is speaking. She says, when you see these things, pause, breathe, and remember I am still part of your story. I'm just telling it from heaven now. Next. Michael says your mother will keep guiding you quietly, just as she always did when she was with you. She says she will be the calm in your spirit when everything feels uncertain, the voice that says, you can do this, when you're tempted to give up, and the gentle nudge toward the people and places meant for you. She says she will not stop loving you, watching you, and covering you, not for a single moment. Don't scroll past this. She says her heart's greatest desire is for you to live a life that feels full, full of love, full of purpose, full of joy that doesn't wait for perfect conditions to exist. She says, don't postpone your happiness. Don't wait for a moment when everything is right. Find beauty where you are, because life is too precious to put on hold. And then she says softly, I will always be with you, in every sunrise, in every quiet moment, in every place your heart dares to dream. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother is leaning closer now, almost whispering to your heart. She says there's a part of you that has been holding back your light because you're afraid people might not understand it, or worse, misuse it. She says, my child, your light was not given to you to be hidden in fear. It was given so that someone lost in their darkness could see hope again. She wants you to step into rooms with the confidence of someone who knows heaven stands behind them. Next. She says she has been watching you wrestle with a decision, one that could change so much in your life. She says you keep asking for more signs, but the truth is you already know the answer deep inside. She says, I will not push you, but I will guide you. And if you choose to trust that voice inside you, the one that feels calm and certain even in the unknown, you will find the door that's been waiting for you. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother has been leaving you hints through the smallest details, a certain time showing up on the clock over and over, a scent that drifts through the air without a source, the way a stranger smiles at you as if they know your story. She says those moments aren't coincidences, they're breadcrumbs from heaven leading you toward the next chapter. She says, pay attention, because the path is unfolding even when you don't see the whole road. Next. She says she's been holding a memory close, one of the moments when you made her proud beyond words. It wasn't the big things, it was a simple choice you made that showed your heart's kindness. She says, that's who you are. Even when life tried to harden you, you chose to stay soft, to keep loving, to keep forgiving. And heaven honors that more than you know. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother also wants you to release the guilt you carry for the things you couldn't say or do before she left. She says she already knows your heart, and there's nothing to forgive because she never held anything against you. She says, what matters to me is that you live now without regret. Don't hold back your love from those who need it, because tomorrow is never promised. Next. She says in the days ahead, there will be a moment when you feel a sudden wave of peace wash over you for no reason. She says that will be her, wrapping you in the same comfort she gave you in your hardest days. She says, when that happens, close your eyes and just breathe me in. Know that I am not gone, I am simply living where pain cannot reach me, and loving you without limits. Don't scroll past this. She ends this part of the message by telling you she will continue sending these words through Michael until your heart truly believes them. She says heaven's time is patient, but her love for you is urgent. She says, I am proud of you, more than you'll ever understand. And I am still here, my child, every step, every breath, every beat of your heart. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother's voice is softer now, but every word is heavy with meaning. She says there's something you've been keeping buried deep in your heart, a thought, a dream, a longing. Because you fear it may be too late. She says, my child, nothing is too late in the eyes of God. Heaven does not work on deadlines, it works on destiny. What was meant for you is still yours, even if you feel the years have slipped away. She is telling you that what you thought was lost is being gently placed back into your hands. Next. She says she has seen the nights you stayed awake, replaying old conversations and wondering what you could have done differently. She says, let the what-ifs go. You can't rewrite the past, but you can create the beauty of the present. Every moment you live with love becomes a gift to me here in heaven. She wants you to know she never measures your worth by your mistakes, only by the love you carry in your heart. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother has been sending you visions and dreams, but you keep waking up too quickly to catch them. She says, tonight, when you close your eyes, ask for me to come. And when I do, listen with your soul, not your ears. I will show you things you have been asking God about. She wants you to know that in the quiet hours, heaven's messages are the loudest. Next. She says she has seen the heaviness in your chest when you think about the future, as if it's a mountain too high to climb. She says, but my child, you were made for more than survival, you were made for joy, for peace, for overflow. And though I am not beside you in the way I once was, I am walking every step with you in the ways you cannot see. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother is holding something in her hands, a small, shining light. She says, "This is your hope, and I am protecting it for you. No one can take it from you, no matter what they try." When you feel like the world is trying to dim you, remember that this light is guarded by heaven itself. She wants you to carry that image with you so you never forget where your strength comes from. Next, she says you are about to walk into a season where certain people will be removed from your path, not because they are bad, but because they are not meant to go where God is taking you. She says, don't cling to what heaven has released. Trust that every subtraction makes room for the blessing I have seen being prepared for you. Don't scroll past this. She finishes this part by saying she loves you in a way words can never hold. She says, even here in heaven, my love grows. It is not bound by time, it is not limited by distance. It reaches you in every breath, in every sunrise, in every quiet moment when you think of me. And when you do, know that I am thinking of you too. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother's presence right now is stronger than it has been in a long time. It's as if heaven has opened a window, allowing her to stand closer to you than you have felt in years. She says, my child, I have been waiting for this moment to speak. There are things I could not say when I was on earth, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't have the time or the strength. But now, from here, I see everything clearly, and I need you to hear me without distraction. She tells you that the tears you've been hiding from the world are never hidden from her. She has seen them, every single one, and in heaven, each tear is gathered like a jewel, a testament to how deeply you've loved and how bravely you've endured. Next, she says she has been watching over you during moments you didn't even realize you needed protection. She says, do you remember the times you narrowly avoided harm? Do you remember the days you didn't know how you were going to make it through? That was me, standing between you and what was sent to break you. I have been your shield, your prayer, your unseen defender. She wants you to understand that you've never truly been alone, even in the nights you thought heaven was silent. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother has been speaking to God about you constantly. She says, I bring your name before the throne every day. I speak of your kindness, your patience, your strength in the face of hardship. I tell him that you are worthy of every blessing he has stored for you. She wants you to know that the delays you've faced are not denials. They are moments when heaven was still aligning the pieces so that when your blessing arrives, it will be perfect and without sorrow. Next, she says she has been trying to send you signs through small, everyday moments, a song that plays at the right time, a scent that reminds you of her, a sudden warmth in your heart for no reason. She says, these are not coincidences. They are me, reminding you that I am here, that I still love you, that I still care for your life as I did when I held you in my arms. She asks you to start paying attention, because the more you notice these signs, the more often they will come. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother is holding a letter in her hands, not a physical one, but a letter written in light. She says, if I could write it on paper, the ink would be my tears, and the words would be my love. But this letter can only be read with your heart, and I am placing it there now. She wants you to take a deep breath and imagine her speaking directly into your soul. You are enough. You always have been. There is nothing you need to prove to me or to God to be worthy of love. Next. She says the future you fear is not the future heaven sees for you. She says, you are walking toward something beautiful. I have seen it. It's not far now. You will be surprised at how quickly everything begins to shift in your favor. And when it happens, remember this: I saw it coming long before you did, and I rejoiced for you in advance. Don't scroll past this. She ends this part by saying she will never stop speaking to you until you truly believe you are loved beyond measure. She says, I am here in every heartbeat, in every breath, in every quiet whisper when the world is asleep. My child, we are closer than you think, and one day, in a moment you can't yet imagine, we will be together again, and there will be no more goodbyes. Michael says your mother is still speaking, her voice carrying through the gentle winds of heaven as if she's leaning close to your ear right now. She says, my child, there is so much I wanted to teach you, so much I wanted to leave in your hands, but I trust that God Himself is finishing the work I began. You are stronger than you know, wiser than you think, and more precious than you can imagine. She tells you that even now, she sees the days ahead of you like pages already written, pages filled with laughter that will replace your tears, doors opening where you thought there were only walls, and moments so peaceful that you will forget the weight of the storms you've survived. Next. She says she has not stopped being a mother to you just because she crossed over into heaven. I still worry about you. I still pray for you. I still long to see you smile without pretending. Every time you stand in front of a mirror and doubt yourself, I am there whispering, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are mine. She says heaven is not far, it is just a veil away, and the love between you is strong enough to pass through it like sunlight through glass. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother has been sending comfort to your soul in ways you may not notice. She says, when you feel tired but somehow find the strength to keep going, that's me cheering you on. When you're sitting alone and suddenly feel warmth around you, that's me wrapping you in my arms. When you feel like giving up but choose to stand anyway, that's me holding your hands steady. She wants you to believe that this connection cannot be broken, not by death, not by distance, not by time. Next. She says she remembers every detail about you, the sound of your laugh, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love, the way you sometimes look up at the sky when you miss her. She says, I see you looking for me in the clouds, and I promise you, I am there. I'm the quiet morning light on your window, I'm the gentle breeze on your face, I'm the songbird that sings when your heart is heavy. She tells you that you don't have to search hard for her. She's been by your side all along. Don't skip this. Michael says your mother is also preparing something for you in heaven's timing. She says, I am asking God to bring people into your life who will love you the way I always wanted you to be loved, without condition, without fear, without end. I am asking Him to bless your hands so that whatever you touch will prosper. I am asking Him to heal the places in your heart that still ache, so that when your blessing arrives, you can hold it without the weight of yesterday's pain. Next. She says there is one thing she needs you to do, forgive yourself. She says, you carry guilt that was never meant for you to carry. You think about what you should have done or said when I was still on earth, but my child, I want you to know, you did enough. You loved me enough. You were enough. Let go of the what-ifs, because from here in heaven, I see the truth, and the truth is that you were a gift to me every single day. Don't scroll past this. Michael says your mother's final words in this moment are these: I will meet you again, not as a shadow, not as a dream, but face to face, where time cannot touch us. Until then, live knowing that you are loved beyond anything you can understand, and that every prayer I speak over you is heard by God Himself. My child, I am with you always, in every breath, in every heartbeat, in every step you take.